I'll be going at about this level, James. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect.
I'll do the switching on that. Can you just leave that the way it is? Leave it as is? Yeah.
Friday night at the Olympic Village, round 10 against the undefeated Heidelberg United, hosting Moreland City. Watch to be a cracking contest. Good evening and welcome to the NPL Victoria YouTube channel. It's good to be back on mic for the first time this season. Michael Thompson is my name, and a man who I've known for a very long time. It's good to work with him again. It's been a while since I've worked with the great man himself. I do speak of Dan Lonergan. Dan, good evening to you.
You too, Michael. Lovely to be here. Looking forward to it. Heidelberg unbeaten. Moreland yet to open their account, but I've looked at Moreland's performances and they've lost 5 games by 1 goal each, so they've been pretty competitive. They just haven't found a way to win. They haven't found a way to find the back of the net on regular occasions. And you look at Heidelberg, they've had 4 draws. So how good is their form? Look, at home you think they'd win against Moreland, but you never know. Moreland just might need a little bit of luck to try and find a way. So I'm expecting a close contest between these two sides tonight. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And what do you think the key has been with Heidelberg's change? They changed coach during the off-season. I know Josh Kasaka's very well. He's enjoying his time now with the Bentley Greens, trying to rebuild the culture down there in VPL1 competition. But what do you think John Anastasiadis has done to really change the mindset and the culture with Heidelberg United this season? Well,
this is a club that expects success. And I think that he's trying to bring that back into the club. We just expect success. When you win 3 Premier's plates in a row, only won 1 championship, of course, but they still won the 3 Premier's plates, 17, 18, 19. You're expected to win, or you're expected to try and not lose. And what they've been very good at this year is not conceding goals and being able to find a way of at least getting a point. So I think that's what it's all about, to make them formidable at home. It's very interesting, even though there's a bit of rain now, Michael, as to why the pitch was watered 10 minutes before the game after the two sides went through their pre-match warm-up. So whether the pitch is a bit hard, I doubt it. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to walk on it. But it was a fascinating exercise, I suppose, from Heidelberg United to water the pitch so close to the game.
Absolutely, and it has been sprinkling with rain over the course of the last 48 to 72 hours here in Melbourne. There's a bit of a drizzle on the drive in tonight to the Olympic Village, Dan, but it's probably going to be a dewy night, so expect it to be a little bit wet out there on the pitch tonight too, and just sort of maybe just to try and keep the pitch nice and firm for the players so it's not too hard as we're underway here as Morland kicks things off to start this game on a Friday night. Diego Cuba through the middle. Gives that ball up now to Don Fallow. And the one thing I'm looking forward to seeing through Heidelberg tonight too, Dan, is just the partnership that we've seen with Kane Shepherd and how well he's been able to play this season. He's gone back to his old days. I mean, last season he was phenomenal too. But speaking to a few people over the last couple of weeks, Josh Pinn's been a revelation for them, hasn't he?
He has. Oh, look, he's a terrific player, Josh Pinn. He's come from Queensland, spent some time in England. His partner, very talented dancer. She was with the prestigious Moreland Rouge dance company over in Paris as well. So they're obviously a very successful pair, and with Josh Pinn in this team tonight, it certainly gives Heidelberg that potency up forward, as you said.
Absolutely, as we see a goal kick here for Moreland City to start things off, and it's a great little breakaway in the early going to this one by the Burgers in particular, Dan.
Yeah, it was. They found a way on that left-hand side. On the Northland side of the ground, I'll call it, Michael. Of course, the Northland Shopping Centre just behind us here, as the ball's at halfway inside the attacking half for Moreland. Heidelberg get back now, and they'll manage to go for a goal kick. In fact, they won't. I thought it was going to be a goal kick. It looks like it might be the first corner of the night.
I believe so, and I think it came off the boot of Jamal Ali there, Dan.
Yeah, it did. Look, I thought he was actually looking for his goalkeeper, and he completely miskicked it, Jamal Ali, on that occasion. So a chance now for Moreland, early days. Heidelberg have got 4 clean sheets this year, as we said. Pride themselves in their ability to keep clean sheets. Conceded the least number of goals in the comp. The first corner of the night, headed away, and eventually cleared out of defence once more. And it'll be another opportunity for Moreland as Heidelberg just under a little bit of pressure, got deep inside the 6-yard box, and their defence was there, dipped a little bit that header, but it's nil all early stages.
It is indeed, as we see Ali going to be taking the corner kick, I believe, or throw-in, I should say. On the left-hand side, where you are, so be Ali inside here now for Cuba. Back to Ali. Can Heidelberg get out of dodge? They can't at the moment. Is they're going to try and press again. Ball's in the hands of Waters. He's going to play back through the middle. Pass is good to a Rob. And Moreland from one side of the pitch to the other now on that far right-hand side there, Dan. Opportunity here on the first corner, or on the first header of the game, I should say, and that came off the head of Fletcher Fulton, and unfortunately went over the crossbar, Dan, and I think it came off the mitts in the end of
it did.
Of Aaron Souza for Heidelberg. So it'll be a Moreland City corner kick.
So they'll have to absorb some pressure early days, the Burgers at home, in the first 3 minutes. At the southern road into the ground, or the scoreboard into the ground. Very deep corner. Just goes right across the face. No one got near it. It dipped alarmingly late in that right-hand goalpost and didn't miss finding the net by too much at all, Michael. They were all sort of ball-watching the Heidelberg defenders, completely mistimed it.
And right now I think Moreland City will be very happy. David Ossich will be very happy with just how early his team are pressing Heidelberg's defence, which you don't see too much from Heidelberg so far this season, because as you said, Dan, earlier, their defence has been sublime so far in this season.
It certainly has. Now, there was obviously a touch by the Heidelberg defenders, but it was very, very late because of the fact it went past them. Another opportunity for a corner, but that was not as deep as they would have liked, but Heidelberg just having trouble getting control of the ball here, and they eventually do. Now an opportunity at halfway. Inside ball, and they managed to bring it up, but it's a turnover once again, and Morland down the left-hand side, and it goes over the sideline. Good defence by Heidelberg to put it over the sideline through Ben Collins, and he had to get back at two opponents on him, so it's been a good start so far by Moreland, getting a bit of the ball inside their attacking half, as I say, heading to the scoreboard, and no scores yet with 5 minutes in.
So Moreland City with the ball in hand. They had ball by their feet there. Again, Heidelberg pressing to try and get out defensively, and still can't get out of dodge at the moment. Moreland pressing as hard as they can. It will be a Moreland City throw in. So on the left-hand side. So we're taking to the first 5 minutes of this contest. Still 0-0. It will be Ali again to throw it in here for Moreland City. Ali with the long ball inside the 18-yard box. Might try and keep possession here more than they do. Ali gets ball back, crosses that in beautifully. Headed off away, chance here now for Moreland City inside the box. Three defenders there by Heidelberg, and they get out of dodge again. So well done by Heidelberg to alleviate the pain now. Adara passes back now to Ben Collins. And Heidelberg can press away here on the far right from where we are standing tonight. Chance now here for Josh Pinn, who's been phenomenal so far this season. Pinn goes in. Can he get the first goal of the game? He can't. That ball goes wayward. Keeping possession inside is Nicholas Olsen here for Heidelberg. So Olsen goes inside again. You get a second chance here now, Heidelberg, to potentially score. As they continue to be mounted with a bit of pressure here by Moreland's defence. Dom Fowler passes back to Feta Hardic. Heidelberg again being pressed hard here by a really strong Moreland defence there. Nicholas Olsen last touched that ball, and it sort of ricocheted off a Moreland City boot, and Heidelberg throw the ball back in.
Heidelberg controlling it at the back. They set up a wall at halfway. Collins up the left-hand side. In. That one. He's got Ali though, ready to spread and take it. In front of our commentary position. Gets it in short. Pressure. Not able to get near it was Mazzi's. He had it stripped away. Back towards the 18-yard area for Morland. They went defensively and they just get a boot on it. Down the left-hand side, again, Heidelberg a chance. The player was challenged late. Could have nearly been a free kick. Now Moreland look to drive it through the middle of the park. Long ball out the left-hand side. Ali in pursuit, opposed to the other Ali. He's under pressure. He goes back inside, turns it over. Good play again by Mazis. Wins it for Heidelberg. They're at halfway now. 0-0 at the moment, and they get it back inside the attacking half.
They do indeed. Heidelberg just calming things down in the middle of the pitch here at Olympic Reserve. Adara passes into Jamal Ali, who's had half a dozen touches of the ball right now. Mazzies to Collins. They're going to compose themselves again, Heidelberg, and go again. Dom Fowler passes it back and preserving their perimeter. The back heel wasn't too bad there in the end. Heidelberg inside the 18-yard box again, trying to go in. Kane Shepherd's there. He might try and get his boot at ball here, Kane Shepherd. Did well there with a small nudge. Referee says play on. Moreland City away again. A chance for them to go through the middle here, and Don Fowler says that's fine. So play on, says the referee, Nicolatis. We'll get the ball back, and he's in the drilling position right now, and I believe last touch there was from a Moreland defender, and it'll be Heidelberg. No, my mistake, my apologies. It'll be a Moreland City goal kick. So last was coming off there of Dion Nicolatis there for Heidelberg, and it'll be a Moreland goal kick.
Sargi Ash, number 10, getting a bit of an early and they'll boot it back into play. Long ball to the middle of the pitch. Headed down, though, by Heidelberg from Dom Fowler, who's been good so far. Gets it out wide now to Shepherd. Shepherd down the left-hand side. But again, the defence pretty good just inside the 18-yard area for Moreland. Defending stoutly at the moment. Haven't had a clean sheet this year, Moreland. But working hard. We've mentioned haven't lost by too much in 5 of their games. They have lost, though, the unfortunate thing for Moreland in their second year up. As Heidelberg have possession, they go back now for Tarcic. Across now to Collins. The two defenders right on halfway, just inside the attacking half. Ali in short. Turnover. Looking for Mazis. Trajash does well. Gets it out now towards Ali. Ali was held on to. Close to the line, may have been shoved over the line by Ali. So we've got, without getting too confused, we've got Newman Ali of Moreland wearing 23 and Jamal Ali, number 4 for Heidelberg. Moreland in the white, Heidelberg in the yellow. Those famous colours that the Warriors wear. High ball, looking for Tarjash, but Collins comes across his path and volleys it over the byline, and it will be another corner kick, the 4th one for Moreland tonight. 11 minutes gone, 0-0. Moreland doing more of the attacking and having some more meaningful moves forward at the moment, Michael, in this contest.
Absolutely, and didn't mind the idea from Collins there just to volley it out over the byline, just to sort of set everything up too, but it gives Moreland an opportunity now to set up their set piece here in the corner to see what they're going to do, trying to go inside the 18-yard box. And it'll be Ali again for Moreland City to see what he can do. Ball inside here for Moreland City. Again, goes out over the byline this time around. It is a Heidelberg goal kick. And didn't trouble Yamin Souza in the slider stand.
He's done a great job so far. So is the defence. Well organised. Collins across now to Fatasic. In short again. Nazis misses the target. Turnover. Here's a chance now for Moreland, but 4-on-1. The Heidelberg defences they have all year get back inside the 18-yard area. Pass out wide now to Jamal Ali. Front of our commentary position. Olsen arrives. He gets it to Fatashish. Fatashish controls it, traps it nicely. Heading down the left-hand side to Shepherd. Now they look for a way through Fella. Mazis. Fatashish. The defence though good, they press up. And the attacking also very good from Moreland at the moment. Meaning that it goes straight back to Souza. He's in short once more. And they're away. Looking to build. Heidelberg at the moment. Pass now to Ali, who misses it. He gets clean bowled. That pass was legitimate for him. He had Tradash right with him from Moreland, but a lack of concentration on Heidelberg, just making a few errors early days. And Newman Ali will take the ball from Moreland at halfway. It's 0-all and we are 13 minutes in.
It was a poor ball awareness there by Jamal Ali. It's Heidelberg. Get possession back again. Idara. Now to Collins, back to Idara. The halfway point of Olympic Village here for Heidelberg. He's going to go short here for Kane Shepherd. Shepherd might find Jamal Ali. Ali much better on the ball awareness there from Jamal Ali. He's going to stay with Heidelberg. Ali now to throw the ball back in here for the Burgers. Hands it off now to Shepherd. To Dom Fowler. Good combination, these two, Dom Shepherd and Kane Shepherd and Dom Fowler, I should say. Back to Ben Collins. Collins over halfway. Passes back under a little bit of pressure there from the Morland defence. As Moreland City are away here again through the middle. Lobs it over. Chance here now for Chargiev. Chargiev with possession. Short pass is good. Finds Diego Cuba. Cuba inside here. Chance now for Moreland City. Can they get it to go over the top? Is it going to go in? It's not. And unfortunately, was the last striker and was met with the offside flag by the third official and an offside call, but very, very unlucky, but a great opportunity gone begging there, Dan, for Moreland City as we tick over now to 15 minutes. It's 0-all here at the Olympic Village, Heidelberg and Moreland City.
They got a bit confused then, didn't they? The defence of Heidelberg, but it doesn't happen too often this year. Nice ball back in by Souza, skimmed away off the head of Shepherd, and now they've got a chance on the outside. Under some pressure, Maziz, he was stripped of it. Good defence by Moreland down the right-hand side. Oh, Fajarczyk didn't take it cleanly. Now at the back, storming his way through Ali. Again, the defence good. Collins gets back, helping out just outside the 18-yard area. Mohammed does well. Gets the ball out now in the direction of Olsen. Down the right-hand side. Taken by Nikoliadis. Goes back now to Olsen. Olsen inside. Fowler. Busy midfielder. Short. Still inside the attacking half. Back now to Ali. But they've got a lot of white shirts around that 18-yard area to protect Moreland at the moment. 0-all. Olsen back to the middle of the park. Finds Tartik, who goes down the left-hand side. And again, Shepherd, the skipper, having to share it. Still at halfway. Back to Collins now, going defensively to go forward. He's got Ali virtually on the heels of the sideline. Gets control of it. Inboard now. Taken by Adara. Adara gets it back now into the middle of the park to Fowler. And to Shepherd. Shepherd now on the left goes for a long Hail Mary outside the 18-yard area. Big left footer and goes right over the crossbar. Missed by a country mile, but the first legitimate for the Warriors 17 minutes in.
Almost a 30-yard pelt there from Kane Shepherd, Dan.
Well, it was.
Did really well then. Thought he'd try and go for broke, and unfortunately, the left boot. That shot goes over the crossbar.
I thought the way they shifted the Moreland defence, Michael, was pretty good then with those little passes to try and set something up. But again, Moreland's defence was good to get back, forcing Shepherd to go the long shot, which was the low percentage.
Absolutely. Here's Idara now for Heidelberg. Corners that ball in. Chance here now for Heidelberg to score. They can't. Again, blocked by a wall of Moreland City defenders. But they might keep possession. They do. Idara is going to try and go deep. He can't. That ball is going to go over for touch. And it's going to be, I believe now, a corner kick for Heidelberg and gives a chance there for Heidelberg to really start to set things up. As the Heidelberg fans right beside us, Dan, are starting to voice and starting to find their voice in this game, which we haven't heard too much of so far tonight, 18 minutes in.
Well, they're a passionate lot, aren't they? They love it. You can smell the souvlaki's from over in the canteen, Michael, not too far away. Behind the goals, of course, the social club are in goals where Heidelberg are looking to bring the ball back in. And it'll bounce away from that corner kick, and it'll be a goal kick to go the way of Moreland. So we're 18 minutes in. Heidelberg looking to remain undefeated. The best goal difference in the comp with the league leader South Melbourne at 13, and they've conceded the least number of goals, just 4 for the season so far. They'll turn it over again, just on the edge of the 18-yard area. Centering ball, a bit slow to respond there was Olsen. Might be cleared at the back by the Moreland team through Cuba. He didn't get much on that, and eventually they bring it down the right-hand side. And in front of the players' dugouts, it flies over the sideline. It will be a Heidelberg ball, who's starting to monopolise possession inside their attacking half. They go back to Fathartic from the throw. He's got Collins, but he goes a bit further deep on the edge of the 18-yard area to Sousa, the goalkeeper. Back to Fathartic, who does well. His pass comes inside. Picks out his teammate, who fends it off Pin. But they might turn it over at the back. They're forced to go back to the goalkeeper, who's under pressure. Marzis does well to approach him. That was Kondulian, who really had to just thrust the ball at that because he had Marzis right in his face. It was a very sloppy return from the defenders of Moreland, but they survived. So 19 minutes gone, 0-0 at this stage, but Heidelberg starting to get on top with possession.
Oh, indeed. Possession will be with Moreland City from this goal kick. Connor Leon has been in a bit of pressure so far tonight in the last couple of attempts in particular. Referees alerting Connor Leon to get that ball going and stop time wasting, which at times is a double-edged sword in this competition, Dan. The time wasting rule, which has been pretty big over in Europe. So Morland with possession. They get it now. And they try and keep possession, which they do. Connor Leon just going to boot that ball away into the front half now for Moreland City. Charging out from the back end of that one. He's headed it away. Now Heidelberg have possession again through Dom Fowler. Under a bit of pressure there was Nikoliadis there for Heidelberg, and that ball has gone out for touch again. It'll be a Moreland City throw.
On the right-hand side now, looking to work his way through. Chargiath, good ball by Moreland, but again well stopped at the back by Sousa. Their defence pretty good at the moment, Heidelberg. Despite that one. But a through ball down the left-hand side to Pin. Pin arrives inside the 18-yard area, cuts in. Good defence by Moreland. They slam the ball away as he tried to come inside, was ready to shoot inside the 18-yard area. Again, the defence very good though by Moreland, getting back, helping the goalkeeper out, Condolion, and made his job a lot easier on that occasion. 0-0 at the moment, and we're 21 minutes into the first half.
We are indeed. It's Moreland again under a lot of pressure on the left-hand side of the village. Heidelberg trying to regain possession again. They might get the chance here through Josh Pin. Pin going to take a bit of break now here. Unfortunately, Josh Pin is offside. And very contentious though. I thought he was right behind the defender that entire time though. That was from my eyesight there, Dan. So
I only went with the linesperson, Michael, and that's why I called it with you. But I thought it was line ball. And Heidelberg may be a little bit unlucky.
Unlucky for Josh Pin too, who had a great chance
he did.
Getting the opening score here for Heidelberg.
Well, he scored their most number of goals this year, 5. Sawyer leading the competition from South Melbourne, one of the best strikers in the comp, if not the best striker. Condolion down the right-hand side, headed away by Fatharchik, one of the reliable defenders. Ball, though, skims away and over the sideline. Heidelberg in possession just inside their attacking half. They go back to go forward. Catharchik's had a lot of it. Collins will get it now, you think, from Souza. He's just outside the 18-yard area. Pops a little pass to the tall figure of Archdin. Catharchik now to Collins. Collins on the left. Back to Catharchik. He's got Ali if he wants to go wide to Collins. Goes in short now to Adari. Adari now to Shepherd. Streaming down the right-hand side. Olsen looking to cut in. Turns and opponent inside out on the edge of the 18-yard area. Good defence at the back. They stop it. Well played, Giash. But again, it comes out in the direction of Adari. Adari's just on the edge of the 18-yard area, trying some fancy footwork. But the defence of Moreland been okay tonight. Manages to save the day. And they get the team out of trouble for the time being, Michael. 23 minutes in, it's 0-0.
They do indeed, but turn that ball over of Moreland. Could have done a lot better with less pressure. Heidelberg with the throw in here. And Moreland were really solid in the first 5 to 7 minutes of this game, but since then I think Heidelberg have sort of really taken control of this one and have started to find their legs under what's a real dewy night here in Melbourne. And the pitch will be dewy, no doubt there. As mentioned earlier.
It didn't have to be any more dewy. They didn't have to water it for 10 minutes. Still shocked me, that. Can't understand it. Reminded me of they kept the sprinklers on at Waverley well before you were born, Michael, many, many years ago before a night match in the VFL. And we still don't, to this day, know why they did that.
So here's Shepherd now for Heidelberg. He's going to curl that ball over. Good pass in. Finds Nikoliadis. Now on that left-hand side for Heidelberg. Can they keep possession? They can't. But it's going to... Fortunately, I think it's going to stay with Heidelberg here. And there will be a stern talking to. As Morland believed that's a goal kick, and it is a goal kick. Heidelberg thought it was a corner, but referee's discretion has said it will be a Moreland City goal kick here for Condoleon. So as we tick over now to 25 minutes down, it's 0-0 here between Heidelberg and Moreland City, and Condoleon with a goal kick out to the two number 4s.
Fletcher Fulton volleyed it. Heidelberg have possession again. Well done, fella, to burn Fulton off. Goes back now to Collins. Collins has a couple of opponents confronting him, though. Fella. Jamal Ali. Back to Collins. Across the goal face. Catharchik. Marzis. Catharchik again. Still inside the defensive half. They've pushed up. The Moreland players making it hard for Heidelberg to find a way through. Fella again. Close to the sideline. Ali back to Collins. Good work by Fulton. Getting support too from Sands. Making it tough but working his way through Adara. That's a good ball now to Olsen. Olsen a through ball, had too much on it. Looking for Pin to get on the end of it. And diving forward and cleaning it up is the goalkeeper doing a good job in Condoleon.
Too much mayo on that pass there, I believe, from Nicholas Olsen there in the end, Dan. So you're right there. Probably shouldn't have put too much power onto that ball there. And it was a massive, massive task for Josh Pin to go on the back end of that one. As Jamal Ali passes back to Yaman Souza. Back to Ali. Collins. They've been solid in the back tonight for Heidelberg. Pressure there for Kane Shepherd. He retains possession and chance now here for Josh Pin. Josh Pin could have gone for Olsen. Opted not to. Passes back in now for Adara. Now to Olsen. Heidelberg under a little bit of pressure here as he passes to the back of midfield. Now to Dom Fowler. Adara might look for Ali. Opted not to. He's going to go inside instead. Here's Pin. Pin passes off. Corner here for Mazzies. It's no good. And Moreland City again are just going to take advantage of that one. And Shajiaf is going to utilise that turnover, and it's going to stay with Moreland City as they are going to throw this ball right by the bench stand.
It's the last ball for Heidelberg in the final third as they make it inside the 18-yard area. Not quite connecting for the Burgers or the Warriors at home tonight so far. 0-0 though. We are 27 minutes into the first half. in our coverage. Dan Lonergan and Michael Thompson with you at Olympic Village, Heidelberg. And Heidelberg in possession now is for Charchik, forced to go back. Good pressure placed on him. And he went back to Sousa, the goalkeeper, back to Charchik, back to Sousa. Sousa now will head out to Collins on the opposite side. Collins now sharing with the Charchik. He's under some pressure. And he passes at close quarters now. As is. Inside now to Fowler. Fowler's ball's all right to Olsen. Trying to fend off opponents and set something up now. Goes right across the goalpost. Turns it over badly to Fulton. Fulton for Moreland on a searching run down the left-hand side. Does well. Pushes a shot across the post. And it might have gone in. It has. Magnificent finish by Moreland. Well done, Fulton down the left-hand side. He pushed it to the top of the 6-yard box. And Morland have scored a goal against the trend, Michael.
They have indeed. A Kuno on the back end of that one, Dan, on the right hands. And really well done there from Fletcher Fulton. Took the game on. And I've got to give credit to the Jose Sands and a Kuno because they put Heidelberg's defence under so much pressure in that back third about 90 seconds prior before Heidelberg turned that ball over. And it's a Kuno now who's got his name on the score sheet tonight. And it's now 1-0 in favour of Moreland City. And potentially now Moreland, those 9 losses, though 5 losses by under a goal though, Dan, it's brewing. So Moreland have the advantage heading into this one as we tick over into the 30th minute mark of this one.
I thought initially that maybe the pass had a bit too much on it, but Kuno got it right on the end of it. It was a fantastic finish, Michael, by Kuno, right on the edge of the 6-yard box. We know Heidelberg get their numbers back, but he found a way through, and that was terrific defence that they didn't allow Heidelberg to get their fluency or fluidity going with their passing, forcing them back and forcing it to be turned over, and Fulton took it on and did a great job.
Did indeed. So Moreland now with the 1-0 leads. Can Heidelberg try and get themselves back into this one and bounce back? Ali, Collins. Again, they're going to be very conservative with how they play this ball. Hadzic, as we see Nikoliadis lose possession there, so Morland will get possession back. And it's just not clicking for Heidelberg right now, defensively or through that midfield, Dan. And again, they've turned that ball over, so Moreland City with possession, and they had possession. Adara has decided to take the game on for Heidelberg. Hands off now to Kane Shepherd. Shepherd through the middle here for Heidelberg. Away they go. Olsen on that right-hand side for the Warriors. Crosses inside. Blocked off in the end. Adara instead gets it back for Heidelberg. So they retain possession. Nikoliadis. They try and cross this ball inside. Can it be for Olsen to the header? Not bad there from Nicholas Olsen. Too much Mayo again on the kick. The right-hand kick this time from Josh Pinn.
It was a panic, wasn't it, really?
It was indeed. Yeah. And that ball goes out, and it'll be a goal kick to Moreland City. Again, they not composed in that front third, as you mentioned earlier in the coverage stand, and it's just ruined Heidelberg in the early goings of this game.
You just got to take your chances, and it's something that obviously Moreland have had a few matches where they haven't scored this year, but we've spoken about the fact they've been close. Not like they've been blown away too often. Condolion back into play, just inside the attacking half for Moreland. They're claiming it was off Heidelberg last, and they're right too.
And I want to mention too, like Moreland City, watching the games I have over the course of the season so far, the losses that they've had, for Moreland in particular, like they play an attractive brand of football to Moreland City. It's just, it hasn't resulted in wins for them so far this season.
Maybe if they can get over the line against one of the more fancied sides who are undefeated tonight, it might give them a leap, as again the defence is able to chop off a through ball which was meant for Pinn, who's very good at playing his role to perfection when the passes have been right, but that's been the issue so far for the Burgers. Collins and Ali share just inside the attacking half now for Heidelberg. Olsen, a good ball. Player goes down. Should nearly be a free kick to Fowler. It's a very, very late call. If it is one, it should have been a free kick, but I only heard the whistle extremely late. The ball had travelled miles away inside the 18-yard area, Michael, up the pitch. But anyway, Olsen gets that free kick, and Morland will try and set up a wall now. Terrific goal kick from that wonderful ball, or scored I should say. Set up down the left-hand side with that wonderful searching run by Fletcher Fulton. Found Aquino. Takes the pace off the kick, and it's headed away defensively by Moreland, and eventually finding the chest of Condoleon, who will throw it out wide now, looking to set it up down the left-hand side now. Moreland inside the defensive half.
They did really well, and here's Fletcher Fulton again on the right place at the right time. Can he try and get it against lightning strike twice? No dice on that occasion. It'll be a Morland corner, but again, Fletcher Fulton really dangerous on that left-hand flank, Dan, and again, Heidelberg a bit more aware on that situation. Now they're going to have to try and defend from this corner kick.
Well, they've had a few corner kicks against them, haven't they?
Yeah, indeed.
They dominated the game for about 15 minutes, Michael, but you're right, they just weren't finishing it off in their front third. And that was letting them down. And then Moreland got one against the trim, which often happens in this game.
Absolutely. Diego Cuba curls that ball in inside the 18-yard box here for Moreland City. And they retain possession they can. Passes there into Corey Thomas. That ball will go out to touch, and it'll be a Heidelberg throw in. And it'll be Nicoliadis there for Heidelberg to throw the ball back in as we tick over to 34 minutes. Moreland City still lead this one here at the Olympic Village, 1-0.
Tharchik back now to Collins. Collins will go wide now to Ali. Ali, as I say, playing very wide on the sidelines. Back to Collins at centre back. It works his way across the pitch now to Fatashik. They've been fairly conservative and predictable with that play to get it inside their attacking half as Shepherd wins it now. Out to Jamal Ali down the right-hand side for Heidelberg. Walking onto it is Olsen. Olsen inside ball to Fella. Fella will go wide. Back to Fatashik. He's inside the attacking half. He will find his teammate now, who manages to get it in the direction of Fella. Nazis was involved there. And Fella. But again, it's terrific defence by Morland. They just can't find a way through, so they're just having to wax and wane and pass to each other and just go across the pitch and try and move up incrementally, if you know what I mean, every couple of metres without actually getting a decent ball through. They've got it inside the 18-yard area now, looking for a way through, very close to the sideline. 2-on-1 against, and the player there for Heidelberg trying to win hold of it is Nicoliadis, but on that occasion he can't. At the back, good play by the tall figure of Newman Ali. He's just inside the 18-yard area, but he turns it over for Moreland. Chance for Heidelberg. They get a hurried boot into it, but Condoleon's at the back. He throws his boot into it, tries to get it towards the attacking half, still inside the defensive half. Here's a chance now for Moreland.
They are indeed. Moreland with another chance inside the box. And Kuno couldn't get in the back of that one. Jose Sanz was blocked off there beautifully in the end by, I believe it was Jamal Ali. And it'll be a goal kick here for Souza for Heidelberg. So, I hate to use a basketball term here, Dan, but it seems that Moreland City have just gone into a little bit of a zone just to try and box out Heidelberg's front third. If I can use that basketball term there.
Park the bus now.
Yeah, which is I think what they're doing because Moreland City just setting themselves up really well from forward to defence. Ali, Adara, back to Collins, might entertain Souza, opted not to. But Hadjic will get the ball instead. And ball in possession now with Heidelberg is going to, again, play a bit more conservative ball. Ben Collins. Adara through the middle. To Shepherd. What can Heidelberg do with this possession? Long ball there, too much in the end. And the ball's going to be a throw in, so it'll stay with Moreland City on that occasion. But again, just Heidelberg not being able to try and get through this wall of defence that's been set up by Moreland City tonight, Dan.
Looking for their first points this year, Moreland. We've said they're a bit better than that, though, by their results anyway. At the back for Charchich. He has it turned over, but going back onto it, winning it. Adara does well now. He cleaned it up to Shepherd, and now to Jamal Ali, storming down the right-hand side in a sedate fashion, if that makes any sense. taken by Olsen, works his way through, but kicks into bodies. Good defence again. Ricochets away. Trajash, he loses control of it for Moreland. And now they win possession again down the right-hand side. Long ball. Opportunity to try and get back. But he couldn't get there on this occasion. The man that scored the goal in Aquino. Good defence by Heidelberg. But they win it back again through Ali. Pass had a bit on it for Fulton, who set up the last goal. Fulton approaching the 18-yard area. Has a couple of opponents around him. He goes for a central location. Good defence though by Heidelberg. They have the numbers back. They go defensively to Souza, but cut off inside the attacking half by the opposition in Moreland. Long shot, missing by a country mile. The attempt was okay, but unfortunately it was never on line there by Walters, and it goes over the crossbar. So it's 1-0, Moreland in front. And we're 38 minutes into the first
I'm loving
half.
the formation in the front end too of Jose Sanz, Apai Kuna and Fletcher Fulton, Dan. It's worked wonders so far for Morland. The first 39 minutes of this contest as Condor Leon kicks that ball high in the air and will go back into Heidelberg. But just those three in particular are really putting a lot of damage to the likes of Feta Hajic, Jamar Ali, Adar, and of course Ben Collins, Dan.
Well, it just means that they're under the pump the whole time, and it's just very predictable, as we see again, Michael. Collins to Kachacic every time from one side of the pitch to the other, but they're not going forward. They're having to go sideways because of the fact that Moreland have pressed up so well, forcing the error, and that's what, as we know, saw Fulton just charge in and help set up that goal for Aquino.
Ball slipped over there. Matt Moreland with possession here. Chance for Apai Kuna to try and get himself on the score sheet again. Heidelberg player drops down in the defensive 18-yard box was Ben Collins.
Well played.
But Apai Kuna was in the right place at the right time, just couldn't keep his footing in the ends. And Ben Collins has had to work overtime in the last 5 minutes to stop Moreland from doubling the leads.
I'm sure that the coaching staff of the Burgers just want them to hold on to the ball. Be careful with the ball. Use it better. For Kachacic. Goes wide. There's not a lot of percentage in that pass. Looking for his teammate, Nikoliadis. Again for Kachacic and Collins having to combine here. And Jamal Ali still inside the defensive half. Fulton's right in his face. Gets it now to Adari. Adari now, little pass. That's a bit better now. To Shepherd, who scored 4 times this year. Captain. Back now to Jamal Ali. Just inside the defensive half, almost at halfway. Back now to Collins. Collins a little ball to Fella. Fella Adari again. See, all these little passes, not really going anywhere. That ball sort of came off a Moreland ricochet then as their defence was good and able to close that down. Good play by Walters to get it now down in the direction of his captain, who did well to get it across then. That was very clever by Thomas. They bring it down the right-hand side. We've got an opportunity at the top of the 18-yard area. And Walters then had a long shot, but he put it straight in the breadbasket. And standing right in the heart of the goal then was Souza. He's had a bit of work to do. His team down 1-0. Moreland up 41 minutes in.
They are indeed. Ben Collins with possession here for Heidelberg. And again, just that zone that Moreland City are playing right now is a thing of beauty. And it's making Heidelberg think about where the next possession needs to be. Olsen did well. He's got 2 plays to deal with. Olsen through the middle. Hands off now to Shepherd. Chance here and again. The offside call again. Leo Mazzi's trying to get on the back end of that one, but fortunately he was past that last defender and the linesman was in the right place at the right time in that position. And the Heidelberg fans below us stand not happy with that decision, but I think that was the right call by the official there. I think Leo Mazzi's knew straight away that he was way past that last defender when he got possession, and the linesman was in perfect position to call an offside.
Yeah, the old fellas in front of us not happy to ready to blow a gasket, Michael. High ball inside the attacking half now for Moreland. It's the passion here of the Warriors and, of course, to the Moreland supporters as well, searching for their first win of the season. I thought a Moreland player was held. He had his arms right back as he was going for the ball. And Adari was also counted in too, and he might get the free kick, even though I think there was definitely one to Moreland about 5 seconds earlier. Anyway, Heidelberg with possession, but inside the defensive half again, as Moreland do what they've been doing since they scored through the Cuno. They're pushing the numbers back. It's not scientific. but it's working well for them as they search for their first points this year. They're on the bottom of the table, but they lead 1-0. Souza having to find for Charchik again. He'll look for a way through, but there's lots of white shirts there, and in the end he has to change direction and go to Collins. And haven't they waxed and waned to each other a lot tonight? Collins nearly at halfway, just gets inside the attacking half to Fella. Adari now, and Ali. They've had a lot of the ball, but he's just inside the attacking half. Jamal Ali back now to Fella. Fella looking for a way through, lobs it over the top now to the pink-booted Shepherd. Shepherd under pressure, beats one, then is able to brush off a second. Gets it to Jamal Ali, back to Shepherd, and Shepherd now has some time here, Michael, to try and set something up.
I do indeed. Shepherd had that ball blocked off in the end. Moreland City regained possession through the middle. They lose it again, so as the Heidelberg fans are becoming restless.
Passionate, Michael.
Passionate, but also a little bit restless with their team right now. Jamal Ali dodges and weaves to that last defender. Inside in now, chance for Heidelberg. That was a great idea. Originally there, it would have gone for the head of Leo Mazzies, but unfortunately the ball was just a bit too high down there for Leo Mazzies, and it goes out to touch, but it's going to retain possession here for Heidelberg through Dom Fowler.
It was a bullet, wasn't it? But he had to be a little bit tall. He jumped up, but he just couldn't get any nod on that, could he? As Collins has it, they're inside the attacking half. All players, bar the goalkeeper, inside the attacking half now for Heidelberg at the social club room's end of the ground. The trail 1-0. Again, good defence by Moreland to just get a boot on it, try and clear it. Back down the direction of Olsen. Olsen to Jamal Ali, working his way through, holds his footing. Opponents pushed him off it, and they win possession again, Moreland. But there's no one on the end of that. In for shoot, running hard, trying to find a way, was Yakino, the goal scorer, but he couldn't. And I think that it is going to be Heidelberg's ball inside the defensive half. It is 1-0, 44 minutes gone. Moreland City leading against Heidelberg, just conceding their 5th goal of the season, the Burgers, tonight so far.
Stark contrast from what we've been able to see from Heidelberg this season. Moreland City, as you said, Dan, they've been close in their last 5 attempts on trying to at least get their first points in season 2024. It just hasn't come to fruition just yet, but they're in the right place at the right time right now because they're 1-0 up against a team that has not lost a game in season 2024. Dom Fowler hands it back off to Feta Hajic, who in turn passes through the middle to Ben Collins, now to Jamal Ali. And they go again. We're going to see the board up here from the 4th official. It'll be 2 minutes of out of time as Fulton cuts it off now for Moreland. He puts it into space here, hopefully for a Pai Kuno, but Ben Collins got on the back end of that one. In turn, hands it back to Souza. And Heidelberg going to hopefully try and get out of dodge here, and they do for the short time. Olsen in a bit of danger. Hands off to Aidara now for Heidelberg. Better Hajic in a bit of space. He's got Akuno to deal with, but in the end, hands off now to Leo Mazzies. Mazzies trying dodges and weaves. He does so. A bit too much mayo again there.
Yeah.
And
the idea was there, though.
Yeah, there was the 4th or 5th time where the pass inside to the 18-yard box of that last striker, that last forward for Heidelberg, it just hasn't come through because it's gone over the byline yet again, and Moreland City will get possession back.
They lead 1-0, closing stages of the first half. Long ball, Condolion, just on halfway, just inside the attacking half for Moreland, wearing the white. Cleaned up at the back. Mazis goes back now to the goalkeeper in Souza. Souza now. Charchich had a lot of it. How effective he's been, I'm not sure. He lobs the ball, a through ball, but again, oh gee, that was interesting by the goalkeeper Condolion. He allowed it to roll. Did he allow that to roll over the byline, or did he just completely lose where that ball was going?
I think he was hoping it rolled over the byline, which in turn it did, but I think kind of freaked out a little bit too when it got really close to that left post there, Dan.
Yeah, it was interesting, wasn't it? Here's Condolion again, long ball to the outer side. A lot of players emerging just inside the attacking half. Yakuno gets a boot on it. Chargiath is there, and it goes over the sideline. And that will be the first half, and Moreland City find themselves in front. Could be a big boil over early in the season. The bottom team without a point against Heidelberg are undefeated, sitting 3rd on the table. 5 wins and 4 draws. And Moreland City score when a magnificent turnover by Fulton brought it down the left-hand side, squared it up, thought originally it might have just gone across the face, but emerging with the big figure of Yakuno and inside the 6-yard box with opponents everywhere, he put it away and it gave Moreland City the lead in the 30th minute. They lead 1-0, Michael, and they thoroughly deserve that lead.
They do indeed, and again, it was the work of Jose Sanz and Apai Kuno and Fletcher Fulton, who's been a revelation on the left-hand side in that first half for Moreland City, to put them in this position. And John Asidiadis will definitely be voicing his concern with how they played that ball in on numerous occasions into the front thirds in the rooms at half-time. But as we take a short break here from the Olympic Village, Moreland City lead this one 1-0 over Heidelberg United. You're listening and you're watching the NPL Victoria. This is round 10 action, Friday night football here from the Olympic Village between Heidelberg and Morland. Morland leads 1-0 here at the Village. Welcome back to round 10 of the NPL Victoria competition for season 2024 between Heidelberg and Moreland City. And at the break, if you've just joined us for the first time tonight, good evening to you. And you missed a really nice play between Fletcher Fulton and Apai Kuno from Moreland City. Kuno scoring for Moreland City early in that first half to give them a 1-0 advantage. Michael Thompson is my name. Dan Lonigan is with me. Dan, what did John Asidiadis, or JAs they like to call him, what do you think he would have said to the boys in the rooms at half time to try and get them going again in the second half, because they were a completely different outfit out there in that first 45?
Well, take care of the ball, I would have thought, Michael, particularly when you get it inside your attacking half and get it inside your final third. Try and find the right person. They're blazing away a bit, and also just try and... It's not going to be easy, because I think Moreland will park the bus leading 1-0, and we saw how they managed to get that goal by just picking the pocket of the Heidelberg team, because they couldn't get any decent passes going. It's passing across on the halfway line, across the ground, and it just didn't work in the end. So just try and find a way through. I'm sure he'd be working on that and would have worked on that at half-time.
Absolutely. His play gets underway here in the second half. Heidelberg with possession here. Sean Ellis, who celebrated game 200 last week, and it's been a stalwart for the Burgers for so many seasons. And Sean Ellis has stuck fat with the team. He's going to hopefully try and get himself going in this game, but they've turned that ball over in the early sequence, have Heidelberg, and they're going to get the ball back though. But Moreland City put him again under immense pressure, and I think the three plays that really stood out to us, and stood out to me in particular, Dan, was the front third of Fletcher Fulton, Jose Sanz, and Apai Kuno, as we mentioned, who scored that opening goal.
Yeah, he was terrific. I mean, Sanz's pressure was great, and we know Fulton set the goal up as Heidelberg now a chance. Down the left-hand side, Shepherd. Through ball now, Olsen. Oh, that was a terrible ball. Who was that to? No one in particular. Cleared at the back by Moreland again. That's been their issue again, turning it over inside the 18-yard area at the final third. And a lobbing ball down the line by Moreland. And the player that put that over the line without much success for the Moreland side was Walters. And getting it back, Heidelberg, heading down the right-hand side. Charchik and Collins combining in the middle now. Dari looking for a way through. Now they've got a chance through the right-hand side to the top of the 18-yard area. Good clearance by Ali. Ellis gets on the end of it. And then it ricochets out again, and it goes over the crossbar. They got another chance just inside the 18-yard area. Chance after chance after chance. As the Moreland defence panicked, Michael, they got back. But Heidelberg were pressing and pressing hard, and Pinn was the one that had the last chance then, as it sort of fell at his feet. He just thrust his boot at it, and in the end, it ricochets off Moreland players, and it will be a corner kick.
It will indeed. We Sean Ellis to bring the corner kick in here for Heidelberg. He does so. Header over the top. No good there for Heidelberg. Ball goes up in the air. Moreland City get it out of dodge for the time being, but ball in the feet of Olsen. Olsen passes as Heidelberg press again with possession. Dom Fowler to Sean Ellis. Ellis going to head back to Fowler. Might find Feder Hadjic, and he does. Arjun Feder Hadjic in the middle. As that ball back, might have to go to a teammate here. He does in Nikoliadis. Olsen, Adara. And again, Morland applying a heap of pressure to Heidelberg. And they're going left to right here now, Heidelberg, and they're going from one side to the other.
Defending high, aren't they, Michael?
They are indeed. Adara. Again, just can't get through that wall of Moreland City players. Yet again, Dom Fowler back to Ellis. Chance here now for Jamar Ali. Ali tries to get through his last defender, couldn't do so. What's the referee going to choose here? And it will be a corner kick again here for Sean Ellis for Heidelberg, and a chance to the setup. So second right-hand corner here for Heidelberg, and it'll be Sean Ellis to bring the ball in.
So Ellis subbed on at half-time. Doesn't happen that often, but obviously Heidelberg deciding he needed to bring his experience on the 34-year-old. A swinging ball defended by... But they've got numbers inside the attacking half. Ellis receives it from Olsen. He works his way through to the 18-yard area, headed away again by the Moreland defence at the drop, trying to find his way through. Couldn't get boot on ball then. Was pinned and waiting back. Fella. And they've got numbers also there. Nikoliadis. Vacharcic. Fella. Ellis. Adari. Going to be a free kick. He was just outside the 18-yard area as he slid in and was treated unfairly according to the ref. I'm sure there was a lot in that, Michael, but he was sliding in, trying to weave his way through traffic.
Indeed, and it'll be Sean Ellis to take the set-piece free kick, and the wall of Moreland City players, there's about four of them now in that wall, try and stop from Sean Ellis, who is very synonymous with taking set-piece frees. He's taken a lot over his 201 games in Heidelberg colours. As I said, he's a stalwart of the NPL competition as Sean Ellis, the 34-year-old Scotsman.
Loves this club, doesn't he?
He
absolutely loves it.
Stuck fat. And continues to stick fat with them. Here's Ellis. Ellis chance here. Blocked off beautifully there by the wall. And Morland City just hoofed that ball away into the right-hand side and doesn't trouble Souza in the slightest. So, a bit disappointing there from Sean Ellis, expecting maybe a bit more power on that set-piece free, Dan, but not to be.
In the process of elimination, I'm just trying to work out, but I think Leo Mazis might have been the player subbed off. High ball. Here's a chance now, the bootlaces, they got inside the 18-yard area, Heidelberg, but he couldn't quite control it, Shepherd. Headed away by Kuno, the goal scorer for Moreland. Nearly a turnover here. Trigiash doing well, under some pressure. Turns a couple of opponents. Nikoliadis, one of them, inside out. Goes inside now. Walters, nice ball. To the far side, on the left now. Looking to build Moreland inside the 18-yard area. Turned over again. Good defence by Heidelberg. Headed away unintentionally by Moreland. They got in the road and they put it over the sideline. It will be a Heidelberg ball. 52nd minute. It's Moreland City 1, Heidelberg 0. Moreland City looking to open their account.
As the official heads over to the Moreland bench just to explain why that whistle was for. So possession here now with Heidelberg. Nikoliadis, Fedorhajic, Ben Collins, who's been solid enough in the back for Heidelberg tonight. But one point wants to do a little bit more.
Done too much of this, Michael, because of the fact that they just can't get through.
Exactly right, Dan. Spot on there. Adara, Ali, and again they're going to head back. So they're parking the bus a little bit, Heidelberg, and being very conservative and not really taking the game on, which 9 times out of 10 you'd say Heidelberg have done for most of the season, their first 9 games. Just tonight they just decided to play a bit of conservative balls. Adara gets to the last player there. Now into the possession here of Jamal Ali. Back to Adara. Adara heads back, finds Sean Ellis. Ellis will head that ball back to Collins. Fedorhajic. And chance now here for Heidelberg to press. Fedorhajic had possession and they've turned that ball over again. So Moreland City with possession. Now Pai Kuno's in a foot race now here. Can he get Moreland trying to get possession? Heidelberg cut things off in the end. But again, they're just making his conscious mistakes. Again, but well done there. The endeavour from Don Fowler was fantastic. Off to Fedorhajic now. Off to Ben Collins, and away go Heidelberg again.
He wasn't on goal side, fella, but he just had the pace, even though the big fellow Kuno, tall man, he's got good leg speed as well. High ball by Collins, trapped by Olsen, but he couldn't control it. Cleared at the back by Moreland, but nothing there for them. Inside their attacking half, Fella gets it back now for Charcic. And Collins again, they wax across the goal face. Now to Ali, Jamal Ali, nearly has it turned over. And eventually they get on the end of it. Chargiath again, a long ball. But Sousa's at the back. He'll mop it up like a janitor for Heidelberg. We're in the 54th minute. It's Moreland City 1, Heidelberg yet to score. Working hard, Fella. Amari down the right-hand side now. Set up for Pin. Pin is kept. He's under pressure. Boxed in and he turns it over once again. The pressure has been immense by Moreland City. Player is offside as he got out the back. Aquino, it was set up for him magnificently by the wonderful work of the defence. And gee, they've been good tonight, Moreland, the way they've stripped Heidelberg of so many thrusts and moves forward, Michael. And on that occasion, unfortunately, Aquino well offside and Heidelberg dodge a bullet.
They do indeed, and unlucky there for Aquino, who was offside in the instant. But again, they've just been pressing a lot harder than what Heidelberg have tonight. And the Warriors are in a bit of strife, but I think it's a free kick anyway. So I think it was a late call from the official, so it's a Morland ball. So the offside has been denied in the end, and it will be staying with Moreland City. Condeleon boots that ball out now to the front third. Temporarily there for Moreland City as Adawa gets on the back end of that one. Ball with Heidelberg. Chancey now for Nicholas Olsen. He's onside. What can he do to try and press it in the corner? Chancey for Heidelberg. And again, Moreland City find another way just to get it out of dodge again.
Yeah, been unbelievable, haven't they?
Get out of that 18-yard box, and quick throw in there from Nikoliadis. And they're going to have to go again here, Heidelberg, and they trail this one 1-0, 56 minutes gone in the second half.
Got some work to do. Collins makes his way into the attacking half. Goes wide to Jamal Ali. Front of the players' dugouts on the far side of where we're broadcasting from. Goes back now to Souza, who's defending at the social club room end for Heidelberg. Has to get it back again as he got it to Fella, who was shoved into that one. Had opponents around him in short again now. Amari. Collins. Jamal Ali. Again, white shirts everywhere, just trying to put them off their passes. And again, that last ball inside the final third going nowhere. Michael, you're right. Defence again good by Moreland, just getting their numbers back. They have an opportunity, but they couldn't get control of it. Thomas overruns it for Moreland. Goes wide now. Taken on the left, Nikoliadis. Olsen. Again, lots of white shirts in front of him, looking for a way through. Goes wide, Nikoliadis. Inside the attacking half. And a free kick going Moreland's way. In the 57th minute, it's 1 Moreland. Aquino scoring in the 30th from a lovely turnover set up by Fletcher Fulton. And a great run down the left-hand side as Condeleon gets it inside the attacking half now for Moreland.
Do indeed, but Heidelberg get possession back here through Adawa. Bump off there. Play on, says the official, and a late call again. So it's going to go back to Heidelberg, and the fans right beside us wanted a card, and we're not going to get one. There wasn't too much contact in that, I didn't think. Dom Fowler hands it off now to Nikoliadis. Peter Harjic. Ben Collins. To Ali. Idawa's got 2 to deal with. He gets through them. Sean Ellis on that right-hand side. Thinking about it. He's got 2 to deal with under a little bit of pressure with Sean Ellis. He needs a bit of support, but his silky ball work on that side for so many years.
He did well, didn't he?
Well. He's great play, Sean Ellis, to watch at the best of times. Collins, Peter Harjic. And they're going to go on the left-hand side now to Olsen. Olsen, short pass is good. Back to Olsen from Nikoliadis. Fowler, Idara. And pass it back to Collins. And they're going to reset again. And again, too much mayo on that pass again from Ben Collins. And Condeleon's going to have no issues picking that ball up, and Moreland retain possession.
The words of Humphrey Bogart, played against Sam, my late mother's favourite movie, Michael. Just play against Sam, because that's what's been happening every time they've tried to get it inside the last third or the penalty area. They just haven't got anyone on the end of it. It's been cleaned up comfortably for Condeleon. Now, Sousa doing the same thing. He doesn't have much work to do because Heidelberg are doing most of the attacking, although on this occasion they're camped inside their final third in defence. And this is not a good pass. But eventually they clean it up. They get a turnover once more. Well done, Fulton. Gets it wide now. Here's Chargiath. Long, high ball that balloons over the crossbar. He was a long way out, but he received it on the right-hand side. And really, there wasn't a lot of percentage in that shot as Heidelberg win it back again. 1-0, and we are in the 60th minute. Moreland City in front.
We are indeed, and the Heidelberg fans continuing to get restless here at the Olympic Village stand, which you can hear over the effects. Mike O'Dara here for Heidelberg. Ellis is going to have to play through the middle, which he's going to do. Kane Shepherd's got a chance here. Can Shepherd get to the last one? Shepherd gets it in! And there's your equaliser through Kane Shepherd. About time, says the fans here at the Olympic Village. And who else but Kane Shepherd to equalise this one here at the Olympic Village. And Heidelberg get a much-needed goal. And Morland City's hard work has come undone. Courtesy of that man, Dan Lonergan, to Kane Shepherd. 1-1 here at the Olympic Village, 61 minutes gone.
Well, a bit similar to the goal, I reckon, Michael, that Moreland scored. It was something out of nothing. They just didn't look like it. And they finally, and I was saying a little bit earlier, when they've got inside their own penalty area, or the last third regarding the attacking third, they just have had nothing there to finish. But Kane Shepherd sort of able to finish, even though it was a bit unlikely. Just that's why he's such a good goal scorer. His 5th goal of the year, he was able to thread it home. And Moreland didn't do a lot wrong. It was just a bit of brilliance by the skipper, I thought.
So back in the middle, 1-1. Great goal there by Kane Shepherd. It'll be Jose Sands now to kick the ball off again from Moreland City, and Heidelberg finding their voice again. And they retain possession again through Sean Ellis. Idara in a bit of trouble. Hands it back to Ellis. Can they keep possession? Heidelberg, they can't. Moreland City pester that ball away. Now a chance for Moreland City. Try and score on the counter-attack. Ben Collins says no dice on that occasion. As both men go to ground, it's going to be Heidelberg's throw in. But I think now momentum swung a little bit back to the home team, Dan, as Ben Collins did everything right in that situation to warrant a throw in.
I just think they needed to find a way to level the scores. And you just feel that maybe their class will get on top. Now, Moreland have been outstanding. Kicking into the body of an opponent then was Nikoliadis. Chargiath, who's a formidable figure, and ricochets over the line to Vacharchik, and he finds the goalkeeper Souza. Back to Vacharchik. Again, he has to go in short.
Kim Icefield on the Heidelberg bench too, Dan. I think JA is about to activate a double sub here.
Adara got it down the right-hand side. Here's Pin now. Looking to explode here, Pin. He scored 5 times this year. Looks for a way through. Adara's there to help him out again. Gets it to Ellis. Kent on that far side, on the sideline. Back inside again to Adara. Back to Ellis. Back to Fella. Now they set it up once more. Jamal Ali to Ellis. And Adara chipping in, as it might have been intended for Ellis, who came on at half-time to replace Maziz. He's done! The right-hand side. I thought the goalkeeper had it covered, but it went along the carpet with a lot more power than I initially thought too, Michael. And it's Heidelberg all of a sudden too. Moreland City won.
Who else but Sean Ellis? And the 34-year-old. Quick and nimble like a 25-year-old. Gets the lead back for Heidelberg. And suddenly the groans and frustrations have turned into elation for the home side here with the Olympic Village stand.
Again, both goals, something out of nothing, Michael. I mean, I just didn't think that Sean Ellis was in a position to shoot. Look, he obviously got more connection than I thought he did, and it rolled along that turf. They've obviously watered the end where the social club rooms are before the ground a bit more than that other end, so it obviously had enough give on it to beat the goalkeeper. I thought had it covered on the right-hand side. Great goal. Outstanding goal.
Ball rolls in now for Heidelberg, and if you've just joined us, Moreland City led this game at half-time, and in the last 5 minutes, Heidelberg have been able to put not one, but two in the back of their net.
Double substitution as well.
And they lead 2-1. Moreland City now. What can they do?
The veteran Adrian Zara on too, Michael.
Chance in now for Apai Kuno. He's in his position there. Cut off beautifully in the end by Ben Collins. It'll be a corner kick here for Moreland City. But now they're playing with a bit more pizzazz at Heidelberg.
Been brilliant tonight, Ben Collins. Absolutely outstanding. When he's had to defend, he's defended. I know I've been a bit critical of these passes to him and Facharchik, but they've had to play like that because Morland have pressed up so much, stopping them from getting through. But look, when he's had to defend, he's been top class, Ben Collins.
Diego Cuba with the corner here for Moreland City. Box inwards here. Can Moreland get a goal out of this one? It heads back. Blocked off beautifully in the end by Pin. Pin trying to retain possession here for the Burgers. Can't do so. Moreland with ball and foot again. Here with Chargiav. Crosses in. Chance here for Fletcher Fulton. It's been good tonight. And Moreland get a goal back. And it's through Corey Thomas.
Wow.
Corey Thomas gets the goal to equalise here for Moreland City. And another twist in this game down line again.
Incredible again. I'll say it once more. Unsuspecting for me. Something out of nothing, for want of a better expression. The defence was just a little bit lapsed, so I thought it was set up for Thomas, and he was able to put it away. Not much the goalkeeper could do about that one. Souza, and it's 2-2. So Heidelberg are going to try and win it again.
Game on at the Village. Coming into this game, it was 3rd versus 14th. And again, Dan, it's just that never give up, never say die attitude that Moreland City have been crested into their team in season 2024, trying to get not only their first points, but they're trying to get their first win of season 2024.
Heidelberg looking to remain undefeated, remembering they've had 5 wins and 4 draws. They would have penciled this in for a win. Zara, who's just come on, the veteran, played 48 A-League matches, Adrian Zara. Started his long football journey at Melbourne Knights. Very popular team in Victorian football. Facharchik down the left-hand side. Zara helps it on again. But kicking into bodies and not able to control it, Heidelberg. But it will be a corner kick for the Burgers, deep into attack at the Southern Road or scoreboard end. It's 2-2. And the game's opened up. It was 1-0, Moreland's way at half-time. Heidelberg scored twice inside 3 minutes. And then Moreland got one back through Corey Thomas. Looking to go deep. Curls away, header. Gee, arriving late, good attempt. Just put it over the crossbar. That was an excellent effort. Needed to dip, as a few of the supporters are explaining. And approaching late there was Facharchik, but that was a great effort. He came from nowhere to almost the edge of the 6-yard box, Michael.
Absolutely. As Connor Leon will kick this ball out for Moreland City. And what's been a very entertaining game tonight here at the Village between these two sides. Connor Leon. Olsen goes up in the air. And it's going to be a Heidelberg ball regardless. So Heidelberg with possession back. Federhajic. Souza. And Federhajic will get it back here for Heidelberg. Short pass is good here for Collins. And now they can try and see what they can do. Ball on the feet of Adrian Zara. Federhajic. Idara. Middle of the pitch here now for Heidelberg. Finds Ben Collins. Collins gets past Akuno. Hands it off to Jamal Ali. That ball goes out. Ricocheted off from Moreland City foot. So possession will stay with Heidelbergers. And now in their attacking thirds.
Who got the yellow card?
Lesiotis has also come on for Heidelberg with a double sub with Zara. Down the right-hand side, Adari. But again, good defence by Moreland. They put it over the sideline once more, but Heidelberg inside their attacking half as we approach the 70th minute. It's 2-2 here. Sean Ellis scoring one of the 2 goals this half. Shepherd has to go back. Collins received, I thought, what was an unfair challenge. Might have been some studs up there against Chargiath, and Collins in trouble there. And the Heidelberg supporters, the natives, are restless, Michael.
They are indeed. Ben Collins is the one on the ground for Heidelberg. Yep. And there we go, yellow card going to apply Kuno for Moreland City.
Right.
It was it was a careless tackle there, I thought, from Pai Kuno in the end, but again, could have done a lot better. He tried to keep the studs down, but it wasn't dangerous enough to warrant a red card and a send-off there, Dan.
Well, if he tried to keep the studs down, it was a very poor effort because I thought he made contact.
Ball now with Heidelberg. Souza, Federhajic. To Adrian Zara. Back to Federhajic. Short pass was good there. And away go Heidelberg here through Zara. Zara having to try and get through his last man. Adara, middle of the pitch. Here now for Heidelberg, Ben Collins. All getting touch of the ball. Ali in space here now for Kane Shepherd. But a bit too much there in the end. Ball goes up in the air. It's going to stay with Heidelberg. It'll be Kane Shepherd to throw the ball back in here. So we tick into the 72nd minute of this one. 2-2 here at the Village.
Nicoliadis, one of the players that was subbed off for Zara, and also Lesiotis to come on, Michael.
There we go. Thank you for that, Dan. As we see Dom Fowler chest the ball back into the possession of Idara. That ball goes out for touch again. So we see Jamal Ali throw the ball in. He keeps possession, but might be cut off here. He does. He's fighting tooth now for the ball. Then it'll be a Morland throw in. And that far right-hand side there, Dan, is Moreland regain possession, but only for the short time.
Yes. They will volley it away again. Collins is recovered, gets back, and has to just throw the boot at it and put it over the sideline so they can set up. It will be a Moreland ball inside their attacking half on that outer side, or on the Northland Shopping Centre side of the Olympic Village Stadium for Heidelberg United, looking to remain undefeated. It's 2-2 at the moment. Less than 20 minutes remaining. Through ball again, down the right-hand side. Good defence once more. Well played, Zara. Did well to get in front of his opponent and then regain his footing and drive it long. But just getting his boot on that, clearing it nicely, is Karmas. He's just come on. Goes back now. Here's Fulton once more. Out wide to Chargiath. Chargiath can't control it. It's not Karmas who's come on. It's Kerr Arob. Kerr Arob's come on. And he did well then for Morland. But Adari, Shepherd, through ball again. But this was their problem that plagued them earlier. Nothing on the end of it, but the goalkeeper, Condaleon. Here's Arob. Looking for his teammate, Kuno. The first goal scorer to give his team a 1-0 lead. It's now 2-2. Turned over again. There's Lesiotis for Heidelberg. Pacharchik, Collins. Again, they've got the numbers back, Moreland, making it hard for Heidelberg to pierce their way through. Jamal Ali. Onto it, Pin. Back to Ali. Back to Pin. A lot of players getting control of the ball, but are still just inside the attacking half, Michael. But they elect to open it up, get it to the left-hand side in Zara.
They do indeed, Dan, as Zara passes that ball off to Olsen. Short pass is good here for Lesiotis, and try to put that ball inside the 18-yard box for the 10th goal there for Heidelberg. no good in the end. Possession staying here with Moreland to get through the last of their positions there. Cuba did well. Moreland with possession in hand on that right-hand channel, and they lose possession again, cut off in the end by Ben Collins. Collins has been really good in this second half for Heidelberg, and that ball's going to go out for touch and stay with Heidelberg. But he's been superb so far in this game, Ben Collins.
One of the best on the ground for mine. Oh, gee, they nearly mucked that up as they went across the goal face again. Pachachik was almost run down by Yakuno. He's pressed hard. Zara's had a bit of it since coming on, the veteran, issuing instructions. Pachachik and Collins again, waxing and waning from one side of the park to the other.
Good leadership
Collins,
there.
Yeah, Collins on the far side. Adari turns opponents inside out, and there he goes for a pass to Zara on the switch down the left-hand side. Can Olsen control it? He can. He squirts it up towards the 18-yard area. Pin didn't get enough on that. It was a good squaring ball. Pin attempted the header, but he just didn't quite get enough of a purchase, and it lands in the lap of a very thankful goalkeeper, Condeleon, for Moreland, and it's still 2-2. We're in the 76th minute.
Possession with Moreland. So we're ticking to the last 15 minutes of normal time, and no doubt Dan, with 3 superb goals in this second half, we'll get at least 3 or so minutes of stoppage time once we eclipse on the 90-minute mark. Both sides trying to break the deadlock, 2-2. Moreland City just going for the Hail Mary there. It's not going to face Souza in the sliders as he quickly hands that ball off to Feder Hadzic.
He's had a good match too.
He has indeed. Zara. Lesiotis. Now to Idara. Might go to Jamal Ali. Opted to go to Sean Ellis instead. Ellis has plenty of real estate with him. And offside here, unfortunately. Last man was Josh Pinn, and unlucky there for Josh Pinn because he started going as the defender stopped, and the third official says you're offside, mates, and now it'll be Condeleon's ball here for Morland.
High ball inside the attacking half for Moreland now. Good clearance by Heidelberg again. Wide ball down the outside, but not able to keep it alive, Moreland. I think it might be a goal kick, or is it going to be a throw? Did it go over the byline?
I believe it's a throw-in, Dan, from what I can see.
Yeah, I think so, Michael. Yeah. Heidelberg with possession again. Got to try and keep control of it. Ellis nearly brought down, under pressure. Gee, the goalkeeper Souza was a bit unsure then as the ball squirted out the back to him. He had to quickly clear it, and he does. And now they look to clear. They do. They find some shape, clearing their defensive area. Still inside the defensive half. Zara does well. Lesiotis been good both since they've come on. Adari, Zara, Jamal Ali. On the far side, Ellis, just inside the attacking half. Back to Jamal Ali, defensive half again. They push up Moreland, which has been the key for them tonight. They've been outstanding. Pinn just gets boot to ball while he was almost being tackled, and Moreland got the last touch on that. So they keep possession here, Heidelberg inside their attacking half. Lesiotis to Zara. Ben Goodson's coming on, as we mentioned. Little ball now to the man in the pink boot, Shepherd. Shepherd the skipper, back to Lesiotis, working his way through Adari. Ellis on the edge of the 18-yard area, lobs it across. Oh, left foot shot. Just didn't quite have the balance, and he was very close to the left post. He thrust the boot at it. He had an opponent on goal side. It would have been a miracle goal, needed to be on the right side, but it probably would have been blanketed. In the end, he misses. But there was a ricochet from the Moreland defence over the byline, so it's going to be, Michael, a corner kick in the 79th minute for Heidelberg United, who are 2, Moreland City also 2.
As Jake Chiantar's coming on now for Sharjah for Moreland City. Quick corner here from Olsen as Fortunately, Siantar was not on the field fully, because Olsen trying to be a little bit cheeky with his corner kick there, Dan, but he's been told to bring it back. So
he's got to get it deep, doesn't he, Michael? He needs to get it very, very deep to put pressure on.
Second bite of cherry now here for Nicholas Olsen from the corner. Second chance. Short pass is good here for Lesiotis. Might give it back to Olsen. He does. Olsen did really well. Finds Sean Ellis. Ellis lobs that ball inside the 18-yard box. Chancey now for Heidelberg through Kane Shepherd. That ball was ricocheted off the last Moreland defender. Header here was no good by Pin. Can they keep possession here? Heidelberg, they can't. And they do. Well done there by Lesiotis. Inside here, header ball, no good. And so close to making it 3-2. But possession retained here by Heidelberg. Zara. Going to go backwards. Much to the dismay of the Heidelberg fans in front of us. Zara, middle of the pitch here for the Burgers. Short pass is good. Van Lesiotis back to Zara, to Olsen. Olsen on the left-hand side. Hands it back over to Zara, so Heidelberg's going to play conservative ball for the time being. Feta Hadjic to Zara. Zara's going to go now. Tremendous leader of this team is Adrian Zara. He's in a little bit of trouble, almost ran out of real estate there, and luckily enough was able to get that ball away. And
great defence by Moreland, though, isn't it? Forcing them back. And again, it's what we saw in the first half, Michael, where they're having to produce all their passes just on the edge of the halfway area or inside the defensive half.
Absolutely. I'll mention it again, Dan, the basketball team, Moreland are just boxing out Heidelberg right now in this game.
Yep, they are. They're happy with a point to get on the board this year as Lesiotis. Fowler's also gone off as part of the 3 substitutes so far, so bringing Zara on, even though Fowler was good and Lesiotis has given them a bit more run. Here's Facacic, has to go back as an opponent bearing down. That was Thomas, and he headed it straight back to the goalkeeper, Souza. He rolls it out now to Facacic, and now Lesiotis, and now Shepherd, a through ball. But cleared at the back again. Good work by Morland. That was Ali, but he kicks into bodies, ricochets back. Moreland win possession once more. Well played on that occasion by Spall, and eventually they get it from one side to the other, and there's a lobbing ball coming down the left-hand side, which might roll away. Moreland not able to finish it off. Yakuno on that occasion, and Heidelberg have it again, working back. He's been good, Olsen. He's just on the edge of the 18-yard area. We are in the 82nd minute. That's a good through ball by Adari. Good through ball by Ellis. Pin is there, but coming the other way and thrusting the boot out. Terrific goalkeeping encouraged by Condeleon for Moreland.
Souza now for Heidelberg as they'll go again through Odara. Ellis went one way, so the ball went the other. Ali. What could Heidelberg do here? Might lose possession again. They do. Moreland, good endeavour. Get possession back for the time being, but Heidelberg again cut it off. And a sliding tackle, which looked dangerous, and it's going to be another booking.
Yellow card.
It'll be a booking here, Dan.
Yep.
So yellow card to Moreland City there. That's their second yellow of this game. And again, Stud's gone up again. And we mentioned the word Stud's up in the last challenge for Moreland City too, Dan, through a Pai Kuno. And again, Moreland City just might have been the inexperience of them, because they're probably a younger team out there on the pitch right now than what Heidelberg are, Dan. So I think, again, it's just that inexperience in a high-pressure situation like this one.
But I admire the fact that they were 2-1 down, and it could have got out of hand, that they were able to very immediately respond with that goal through Corey Thomas. Zara, who's been so good since coming on, the general in the midfield, came on as a sub about 10 minutes into this half. They brought Ellis on at half-time, and Zara, and also coming on with him was Lesiotis as Facacic. And Collins at halfway, the aforementioned Lesiotis. Little ball now to Shepherd, back to Lesiotis, could have been held on to. Through ball now to Olsen, but defenders at the back, and they kick into bodies. And Olsen ricochets it over the sideline. It will be a Moreland ball. Taken by Spall. Sienta getting in a position. Of course, he came on just a few minutes ago.
Who would have thought we'd have an entertaining game like this, Dan, at the Village tonight?
Well, it's a good contest. Moreland showing that they're not a bad side. Playing really well. They've had a game plan tonight and it's worked most of it. Volleyed away. Good play by Ali to get it towards Olsen, but he had two opponents around him. Little ball at close quarters. Spall tries to work his way through. Shoved into it. Turned over by Heidelberg at the back. Taken now by Lesiotis. Lesiotis now. He finds Olsen just inside the attacking half in front of our commentary position. Goes back now to Zara in the defensive half, and they look to reload in the 85th minute. It's still 2-2.
Here we go with Idara. Idara middle of the pitch here at the Olympic Village for Heidelberg. Short pass is good for Kane Shepherd to Jamal Ali. Ali on the far right-hand side, the broadcast position. Back to Collins, now to Feta Hadzic. And Heidelberg going to go from one side of the pitch to the other. Lesiotis. Idara. Good pass there. Ellis inwards here. Try to find Olsen. No good in the end. Feta Hadzic cuts it off though. As Heidelberg retain possession. Ben Collins, who's been superb tonight. Idara, who's been good in spades. Short pass is good for Shepherd. They keep it now with Ellis. Ellis might pass it back to Shepherd, or Ellis is going to go himself. No, he hands it back to Shepherd. Shepherd puts it in for Pin. And a bit too much mayo again from Kane Shepherd this time inside the 18-yard box for Josh Pin. And another goal kick, Dan.
He needed to be, it was travelling, wasn't it? He needed to be a metre close. He was a metre close. He was going 100 miles an hour. He could have thrust that. Maybe the momentum carries it past the goalkeeper. It could have, should have, would have. Maybes, buts. In the end, nothing. Still 2-2.
It's a possession I'll definitely review come Monday, that's for sure.
Condolion turned over again, attacking it hard. Two opponents on him. Olsen winning it. Spall for Moreland. And goes off bodies. It'll be taken by Heidelberg just inside the attacking half. Zara, urgency now. Adari to Zara, back to Adari, goes defensively for Tarchik. Now to Collins. Collins told by the supporters, get on with it. It's a bit hard when you've got all these white shirts in front of you though, sir. Ben Collins gets it now in the direction of Adari. Adari now to his teammate who does well, Olsen. He's fancy footing his way through a couple of opponents. Out wide now to Ali. From Lesiotis. Now to Ellis. On the far side, they've got to go back. And I know the supporters are frustrated because the defenders are there. Collins trying to work his way through, lobs it. On the end of it, Ellis a chance.
Offside.
Can't shoot, but it's offside. It's offside. He just had it, control of it, trapping it on the 18-yard area, but offside in the 88th minute. Still 2-2, but Heidelberg pressing hard at the scoreboard end, Michael.
Absolutely. So we're going to see another substitution now from Heidelberg, and Nick Olsen's coming off, and Ian Ashton's coming on now, the Irishman for Heidelberg. So Ashton on the pitch now in place of Olsen, and I think Olsen's been fantastic tonight.
He has. Heidelberg. He played really, really well, but maybe just fresh legs for the last, I think we'll have about 4 or 5 minutes of injury time or extra time. So there's still about 7 or 8 minutes left, so maybe Ashton, with those fresh legs, can just give them what they need. Not saying that Olsen's completely out of gas, but Ashton just might be a good move late in the game. But you're right, Olsen has been one of his team's best.
Absolutely. It's Morland sitting now with the throw in. They'll lose possession as Heidelberg will regain it. Idara here for Heidelberg. Gets through the last of his defenders, or the front end, I should say, from Morland City. Feta Hadzic in a bit of space. Finds Adrian Zara on his right-hand side, where we are. Pass is good now to Lesiotis. Lesiotis is away here for Heidelberg. Got a chance now to try and get the lead back. Ellis got cut off and dispossessed on a counter-attack now at Moreland City, but they might lose possession. They do. So from one counter-attack to another, Shepherd here for Heidelberg. Taps it back. Chance here for Pin, no good in the end there by Sean Ellis. And cut off beautifully in the end by Moreland City. Zara, that ball going wayside, but Zara is able to retain possession here as we take into the 89th minute. It's 2-2 between Heidelberg and Moreland City.
He's played that defensive midfield role brilliantly, the veteran Zarason's coming on, helping the defenders out, standing virtually on mid-pitch or just inside the attacking half, or if he had to, the defensive half. Hasn't moved too far from them. Being a veteran, he probably doesn't have to because he knows the game so well. Collins attacks it hard as Moreland nearly had a chance. Slips out of Adari, gets around an opponent. Adari a little through ball, couldn't find the target. Good defence at the back by Arob for Moreland. Turned over again. Adari wins it back for Heidelberg. Zara, Lesiotis, good ball again. Ashton involved as well. Shepherd through ball. Here's a chance. Ashton again. Goal! They finish it off. Penn scores the goal and Heidelberg will win. They find a way, Michael. I don't know how, but they find a way.
A much better goal for Heidelberg. Late at the death. And it's Josh Pinn to the rescue again, as you mentioned, Dan. Good call on that one. And who else but Josh Pinn stands up in a situation like that? And again, Morland City are going to go down for potentially the 6th time by under a goal.
It's tough, isn't it? I mean, in any sport, you can be so competitive. I look at AFL a little bit. Look at a team like Hawthorn. I had a great game against Collingwood a fortnight ago. A shot last week. So they're going through the process again of building up to be competitive. This Morland team are throwing everything at one of the best sides in the comp. Are undefeated. And you just think, what does it do to their psyche that they can't get over the line? But well done to Heidelberg. Haven't played their best football tonight, but they've found a way again.
They have indeed, Corey Thomas. Now what can Moreland do? They've got a few minutes left. Ball in possession. They might lose it. They keep it though through Corey Thomas. He gets dispossessed. Lesiotis. Ellis. Can they get one more goal just to make things oh so difficult for Moreland City? Moreland in a bit of duress there. Josh Pinn pushes his opponent down. And it'll be a free kick to Moreland City. So we're deep in a stoppage time here. The Heidelberg fans know that the job has not been done yet, Dan.
Well, I think one of the supporters would have might have been blocking. Can't be blocking if you shove someone in the back, I would have thought, Michael. That's why we love them. They're very passionate. They're one-eyed, but that's football, that's sport for you. And they've been very entertaining, as is the football tonight, Michael, in the closing stages here. 90 minutes. And Heidelberg leading 3-2, but I'm sure the fans are still a bit nervous. Has Moreland got one more in them in the last few minutes of this game? They were 2-1 down after being 1-0 up, and then Corey Thomas levelled before that goal. Quick ball comes out from Ashton again. At the back, Arob. High ball for Moreland. Hooks around the body, but puts it over the sideline.
Not long left as Zara will take his time to throw this ball in. Heidelberg want to try and get their 6th win of the season.
That was nearly handball, wasn't it? Was.
So it's Moreland ball here, and they've got to go quickly to Moreland. And that's what they're going to do. Long ball, no good. Heidelberg get it out of the dodge again. Ball through the middle, and it stays with Heidelberg through Lesiotis. Shepherd, might be one last chance, cut off in the end there by Matt Spall. And now Moreland have a chance to potentially put an equaliser in. Chance now for Akai Akuno. It's gone over. And Akuno came so close to tying this game up and giving Moreland City their first points in season 2024. And
very hard to slow down, but if he could have just slowed down a bit, he might have been able to curl that in, get it a bit lower. But he was absolutely going at 100 miles an hour, Michael, and that's why the shot went over the top. And then again, of course, there was a ricochet, which helped to go over the top, hence why there's a corner. So
chance now here for Moreland City. This is their last chance to try and equalise and get their first points in season 2024.
Diego Cuba.
Cuba here from the corner. Moreland put it inside the box. Header ball's no good. Can he get a boot on it? Ball bounced away. Zara did really well there. Can Cuba regain possession here for Moreland City? He's going to let that ball go out of the touch, and it'll be another corner kick Cuba not taking any chances. He's going to tell the boys to set up as quickly as possible. He's waiting for the right moment to kick it. He does. Ball headed in. Over the crossbar in the end. And I think it's another corner. It's another corner.
An own goal?
It would have been an own goal, yeah.
I think so.
So it came off the head of Leslie Otis. And Diego Cuba for a third bite of the cherry. Late in the piece here for Moreland City. Third chance, he has a bit of wrestle behind the play. Referee's just telling everyone to calm down. Gives Diego Cuba a bit of time just to take a deep breath. Much like every Moreland player on the pitch who is trying and get on the back end of this one to equalise it.
It's very interesting to set up, Michael, isn't it? With all the Moreland players standing on the edge of the 18-yard area, they're looking to launch themselves, aren't they? And Heidelberg deep.
Cuba
Defenders.
Inside. That ball headed away by Heidelberg. And you'd say it'd be almost time as the referee looks at his stopwatch. There's not too much time left. Conor Leon with a Hail Mary. Flag goes up, offside. Bronx cheers on the Heidelberg fans. They know now that the referee just has to look at his watch. And this game is over. Heidelberg are about to get their 6th win of the season. And again, Moreland City go down by a goal for the 6th time this season.
It's not over yet, but it's obviously just about over, is it, Michael?
It's almost time. The referee's constantly looking at his stopwatch there, Dan, so I think we're not too far away for full time.
He's taking forever. Souza. There's a chance for Alice now. The defenders are there again. Arov, who's come on and been okay. He pokes a little pass out. Cleared at the back by Spole. And it's going to be the last chance, possession-wise, for Moreland. We've got to go here. The goalkeeper will try and kick it as long as he can. Does well. Headed on once more. Offside. Just as Morland were getting into position. And that is it. Heidelberg find a way to win again and remain undefeated. Can you believe it? 1-0 down at half-time. Looked in trouble. Scored twice early in the second half. Moreland bottom of the table without a point, not to be denied. Came to play tonight, Michael. Corey Thomas equalised. And then Heidelberg in the last 5 minutes of ordinary time, if you like, found a way, regular time, found a way to score thanks to Josh Pinn, and then hung on for dear life in the injury time to get the result 3-2. But Moreland not disgraced, but gee, they deserved a point, at least a point, probably even a win. I thought they were the better side.
I thought they were the better side for most of that game. You're right, Dan, but again, David Ostrich will have to review the tape on Monday, and for the 6th time this campaign, they've gone down by a goal, have Moreland City, and it's just unlucky right now for Moreland City. They've come so close on so many occasions this season, and that's just the grit, determination, the resilience of the culture and what John Asidiadis is just instilling into this team right now. They're 6th win of the campaign, and they keep themselves firmly cemented inside that top 3.
Well, it's all about, isn't it? It's about being mentally tough in the situation to find a way, and Heidelberg are finding a way under the new coaching structure. Moreland just not quite finding a way, but doing so much right. We know in football it's all about taking your chances. Now Moreland didn't have that many chances tonight, but took them. Heidelberg had a few more, but in the end the dam wall broke a little bit because they are a more classy side, and when you have players of the calibre of Lesiotis and Zara in particular, who played that defensive midfielder, to come on, the beauty of having him come on, Sean Ellis coming on in the second half, that's probably why Heidelberg were able to get the job done. They start on the bench and they come on and give them that experience, they give them that coolness and calmness under pressure to find a way. But great game of football. Pleasure to be here, Michael, and to call it with you. It was sensational.
Thank you, Dan. You too. You did a fantastic job, and just now for Moreland, they're 0-10 after 10 rounds. It's just unlucky though, because you look at Moreland, like they've got only a few chances left to really get their campaign off to their starts, and once it hits that halfway mark, it gets tougher and tougher as the relegation battle starts to seep in for Moreland City too. Like, they're winless now after 10 games, and they're going to have to get something going if they want to try and stave off relegation in the second half of the season.
Can they take solace, though, Michael, they're the best 0-10 team we've ever seen?
I think so. I believe so.
At the end of the day, they still haven't got any points.
Exactly. They're still
tough game, this.
No win, no draws, but they've come so close. But Dan, it's been a pleasure calling alongside you
too,
tonight.
Michael.
Thanks again, and hopefully we'll do it again soon.
Absolutely. So a great result here for Heidelberg at home, but you had to work for it at Olympic Village, scoring a winner late in the game through Josh Pinn, his 6th of the campaign. It's Heidelberg 3, Morland 2.